we'll just get right to it. Any questions as we head into this game?
Your defense, you had some losses, obviously, in the third quarter, but overall it was a solid performance. Your thoughts on what you can build upon, what you need to improve?
Yeah, I mean, I think just overall, I would say the consistency in the second half, there were some runs, making sure we're fitting that the right way, build on the things that we did well, and then obviously we're playing someone this week who's very mobile. So I think when we talk about defending the run, that includes the quarterback this week like a running back.
Sean, in regards to Audrey's estimated ankle, was there a certain time in the game where
it was a second carry, and it's easy to see on film if you guys have access to the film. Yeah.
The turnover margin is always important, but against a team like them, does it become even more important?
Yeah. Look, there's like 2 or 3 things we talk about, and that's one of them. Yes.
How's your week?
Been good. It's been good.
When you have a game like Coach Lombardi was saying yesterday, kind of all of us didn't have a great Sunday this past.
Yeah.
When you have a game like that as a play caller, how does that next week go in terms of not losing confidence and just making sure we get back to our identity? Or how do you approach that, Coach?
Well, I think there's 2 things. I mean, we're never going to lose confidence. There's 2 things that take place in game you're paying attention to. How's the game unfolding? That can affect greatly, how you're calling your game. And then immediately the opponent you're playing relative to sequencing, first down, second down, And so but that would be just having done this a long time, that would be my first thought is, how do we think this game's going to be played? And then obviously being able to adjust if it's played differently. I can't tell you how many times I've thought a game was going to go a certain way and then it ended up going a different way.
How impressed were you with Bailey? 8 catches on 8 targets, and who steps up if he's not able to go?
Yeah, well, listen, we'll have some options. I'm not going to list who's going to be up and who's down, but he's a good young player, and we're excited.
With the core of the players who returned from last year, how much does kind of that knowledge of how to get out of a jam after a poor start?
Yeah, listen, we're not in a jam. I know what a jam is. Half the league's in a jam then if we're taking that premise. So,
Sean, I guess a handful of rookie quarterbacks are using VR. Daniels and Washington were talking about it.
Yep.
Do you have VR here? And do you?
Yeah. Look, there's a couple different things related to it. Bo Lowry actually was at LSU. We're not heavy into it right now. It's something that we spent time researching. We've got some virtual rooms that we can use, but yeah, that we're kind of very much aware of it.
Is just with not only Watt being a really good player, obviously, but on the other side too, does that complicate things for Bo in terms of protection calls?
Yeah, I think it complicates things for us in game planning. When the nudges are coming, the bumps, which way we're turning the protection. They're good on the edges, and it's hard to say you're going to get a nudge or a bump on every play, but a lot goes into the game planning.
What did you think of Wattenberg's first? I mean, obviously first.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, he played pretty good. Anything else?
Sean, kind of something different. A big story kind of last night. You need to comment on him specifically, but
I didn't.
Involved does a head coach get, in your opinion?
Well, I can recall. This was before the current protocols, so I'm going back to 13 of making sure we had the player's helmet and keeping them out. But the league has put this completely and rightfully so. There's protocols laid out, and then those are what you pay attention to.